Alright guys, today we are going to be looking at Chapter 4, Section 4 notes. And you'll need to fill this out, follow along, fill it out, and send it to me for a small grade. Alright, so some of this we have done. We did that worksheet where we filled in the cards. So this is going to be a little bit of a review for us, which is fine. But it says label the following on the picture below. So the atomic number is going to give us the proton number. So here's my 11 is my atomic number. So proton number is going to be 11. Then it says electron number equals. Well, we learned yesterday that protons are positive. If this is a neutral atom and I have 11 positives, well then I am going to have 11 negatives. Now I have here that this can change, and we will see that later on, where we have something called ions, and that means that we have lost or gained electrons, and that is how things will combine. That's how we make salt, NaCl, like we have an exchange of electrons, so they can get a charge to them. That's how you shock people. So, or a balloon, if you have a balloon, you can make your hair stand up. It's the electron movement. So an example is, in a neutral atom, if we have 5 positive protons, then we have, that's right, 5 negative electrons. Alright, so mass number. Solve for neutrons using the mass number. So remember mass number, and I'm going to write this off to the side here. Mass equals protons plus neutrons. So to get this, if I were to fill this out, my mass is 23. We're going to always round on that. Just round it up. These numbers we'll learn later anyway, this 22.990, that is just an average. You may have some sodium that does not weigh 22.99. That's an average. So my mass is 23 equals, I know my protons are 11, so 23 equals 11 plus n, this unknown. Or you just subtract. So I'm going to take 23 minus 11, and that is going to give me 12 neutrons. Alright, so we have a learning check. A nitrogen atom. If you look at nitrogen on your periodic table, its atomic number is 7. So it's going to be 7 protons, which let me do this here. There we go. 7 protons. A sulfur atom. If you look at your periodic table and you find sulfur, its atomic number is 16. So it is going to have 16 protons. C, a barium atom. If you look at your periodic table, it is element number 56. So it is going to have 56 protons. Right, let's do the next learning check. An atom of zinc has a mass number of 65. So that's the mass number. That means that this 65 is going to be my protons plus my neutrons. So how many protons are in this zinc atom? Well, I'm going to have to find zinc on the periodic table and figure out what its atomic number is. And if you look at zinc on the periodic table, it is number 30. That's its atomic number. So that's how many protons it has. How many neutrons are in zinc? Well, now I've got to take the mass number and subtract the protons from that. And that is going to be 35. And then what is the mass number of zinc atom that has 37 neutrons? So we've not talked much about neutrons, but neutron numbers can change also. We'll learn about those later. They're called isotopes. And if up here I have 35 neutrons, but if all of a sudden that changes to 37, well, that's 2 different, right? And my normal mass number is 65. I'm adding 2 more neutrons to that, so it's going to change that to 67. All right. And then finally, the last learning check. An atom has 14 protons and 20 neutrons. Its atomic number is the same as your protons. So that's going to be 14. Its mass number is, remember, mass is protons plus neutrons. Now up here we got used to subtracting them, but remember P plus N is your mass. So this is going to be 34. And then the element is, if you're looking at atomic number 14, you're going to have to look at your periodic table, find element number 14, and that is, oh, not all of them, silicon. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. We'll have a worksheet over this stuff you guys will be getting. So the first one will be participation, and then Thursday and Fridays will be for an actual grade. So let me know if there's anything you need. Bye.